You go to do 10K in the morning, you feel 10 times worse. That's sort of way everything is. Everything can make you suffer, sort of thing. Like, and there's so many different things. If your headspace is not in the right frame of mind, you're in trouble. If your legs are not right, or if you didn't eat right, or you ate the wrong thing, you're heading for the ditch. You know, like there's every day is a learning day when it comes to running, lads. But I think in life, everything needs to be every day is a learning day. No matter what you train at, no matter what you work at, if you're not willing to learn every day, you're at nothing. And I think that's the way I kind of took the running. I takes on nearly everything Rene does say to me, but so sometimes you might tell you go out and do 3 hours and you might end up doing 5 or something, but there's no harm in doing something like that when you're not, it's not 5 hour speed session with me. Like, my speed sessions are fairly limited now. But there was a bit of structure coming into that, but I took a lot of structure on now. Like, last year was a disaster. I had a bit of a bang in the car early in the year last year. A rough old time of it now mentally as well. And a bit of an accident. Guy trying to commit suicide walked under me one day and I driving to work, and that absolutely knocked me for 6. So there was very little running done last year, but it's the same as everything you take to the extremities. Because I wasn't running, I had a bit of a nickel in my knee, and it was more in my head than anything. Sure, then it was, I tried to get a couple of points, and then you were getting a couple of points too often. So you were doing one extreme to the other, sort. And I said to myself in July then, I says, BJ Shane, you're going one way and it's not the right way. It's time to hop on here now and sort yourself out. So what other way would you be going to do it and sign up for a 300-kilometer race? So
that is some people get back into running with a park run. You said no, fuck it, 300 kilometers.
Yeah. For I'd done 200, so what was the point doing anything less? Like, and sure, I tell you the truth, I hadn't ran 300 kilometers in the previous 6 months, I'd say, at that rate. The way the running was going. Like, I just mentally wasn't there. I did have a little niggle in the knee. It was an overuse injury, but it was more mental. I was nearly using that as an excuse not to run. That sort of way, even though it was a tough time at the time to try and deal with what had happened. And obviously I had it over my head with you have your claiming off insurances and Jesus such hardship. But that was nothing compared to what happened to that poor man now, in fairness. But that's just something you had to deal with, sort of. But yeah, no, I sat here that July and I spent about 4 days constantly looking. And I was like, I'm committing to something big here. And I don't know how it came up, same thing. I had seen the spine, but I was a little bit, the spine is big, like. Sure, like the spine is, 440 kilometers. We'll just go 300. It's a little bit less.
So you made the phone call to Rene, did you? I just be like, here, I need a training program. I haven't ran in a while, but sure, 300K is coming up now in a couple of months. Sort us out with a training program. Like, how do you even program? How do you even train for something like that?
I tell you the truth, I text him and I said, look, we're whatever. I can't remember the exact word of it, but it was pretty much, there was no beating around the bush. It was like, if I don't get fucking back running here, I'm going to be an alcoholic here or something. That sort of way. I've entered a big race and it was like, what is it? And I was like, the 300-kilometer Northern Traverse. And he goes, that's in April, yeah. Suppose we better get back training. Yeah, I think we may get back training. But long days. Like, I was starting from scratch then too. Like, I honest to God now, I don't know how little. Oh, jeez, I wasn't running twice a week or 3 times a week that time when I signed up for that. But I knew if I signed up for Kerry or signed up for 100K or something around that time, I knew myself, because I had done the 200. And not that it was very easy doing the 200, but I knew in my own head, I'd be like, sure, I can, if you go do something you've already done, you can kind of maybe be a little bit lenient on yourself. Whereas I knew then 300K, I've never been there. I remember them last few hours of suffering in Kerry. I was like, am I going to suffer for that many hours? I just need to just get the head around it now. And I did. And the training was absolutely super for it. Just, do you know what I mean? A couple of big long days, a lot of speed work. I had got myself, running quite fast even, which is something that I don't do too often.